Hi everybody. So I'm gonna do a PSA today because I think it's very necessary, considering the happenings from last night and where my client is today. If you read my Facebook post, I'm gonna actually make this public in the sense of it needs to be out there. More people need to know about this. What had happened was, just the gist of it, I had a client come in, my last client of the day, who shopped with me about 10 months ago, fell in love with the dress. Her budget was $700, so it's definitely a doable budget. She fell in love with the $600 clearance gown, but didn't purchase it. She decided to go and buy a dress for $350 online, which she thought was the same dress. It was not the same dress. Now, what ended up happening is she came in yesterday. She asked for alterations to be done. And it was nice of her, the way she put it. Straight up, she said, you know, I really liked how you serviced me. I really liked your environment, everyone that worked here, so I wanted to give you my business. So she brings back the dress for alterations. Here's the thing. She never opened the dress at home, so we didn't know what this dress looked like. She didn't even know what this dress looked like. She brought the dress in literally in a box about that big. I thought it was her headpiece. Now I'm wearing gloves. You're gonna see why in a second. Yeah, the dress was in a box about that big. So I gave her a pair of scissors so she can pop the box open here in the shop. And of course, when she did it, it exploded like a parachute because this dress was packaged into a box this big. It was a wedding gown. She paid $350 for this dress, ladies and gentlemen, $350, which is, it sounds amazing. I mean, even I would want to consider that, but knowing what I know about China direct purchases, I would never advise my best friend, my family, anybody, any of my Facebook followers, my fans, my clients, nobody. I would never advise them to buy China direct. Here's why. As she opened this box up, I helped her unravel it because it was inside out. It was packaged like this. It literally opened like a parachute. So we pulled it right side out, and I put my arms in it, and the tool touched my face. It felt like it was flame retardant. So whatever, I pulled it out, and I started to put it on over her head. As I'm doing that, I feel my face flame up. I don't know why. I have a flare up. I don't know why. Maybe I got warm. I wasn't sure what it was. I put the dress on her. Dress did not fit her. It was way too small, did not go on all the way. It stopped about this far down on her. So basically the dress was 12 inches too small to begin with, and it's about 3 feet too short. But that's beside the point because we didn't even get to the alteration part. Before we even realized what needs to be done, that it can't be done, my client, from her face, her arms, everything turned bright red, flaming red. She's looking at me and she's telling me, Kathy, you're red. What's going on? I started to swell up. I still have some of it here on my face, here on the ridge of my nose. I'm not wearing any makeup today except for mascara because I'm afraid to put anything on it because I don't want to irritate it any more than it already has been. By the time we realized what was happening and that whatever was on this dress was affecting the two of us, she started to panic. She took the dress off, ran to my back room and went into the alley and threw the dress out. She started looking for matches because she was so upset. She was crying in anger because she spent $350 on a dress that she cannot use now. And it's making her sick. So that dress is in the trash. I'm looking to see if I should call an ambulance for her. She's telling me don't call because it's expensive. Her mom is freaking out. Long story short, alterations weren't started. Girl has 2 weeks to her wedding, no dress. The dress is in my trash can. So I come home and I'm going to show you pictures. Those that, if you haven't seen my post previously on my Facebook page, I made it public so everyone could see it. I broke out. My entire face was swollen. My entire face. And it went onto my shoulders a little bit because I had a sleeveless shirt on yesterday. Of course, anything that touched the fabric turned red, turned scarlet, whatever you want to call it. Long story short, like I said, the dress is unwearable, never even meant to be altered because it wouldn't be altered. There's nothing you can alter on this dress. Client ended up in an emergency room. I called her today to check on her because I knew that I had taken some Benadryl and I, kept washing my face, put some ice packs on it, drank lots of water. I ended up getting 101 fever last night from a dress. People, because it was China direct, not made according to American standards. Now it gets better. I called the client today to check on her. Her mother told me she's in the emergency room, so needless to say, she's not coming in for her dress today. I can't even get a statement from her because I don't have the heart to ask her today. I want her to get better. The poor girl has less than 2 weeks to her wedding. Now imagine if you got this dress a couple of days before the wedding and you had no choice but to wear this dress, or if it was a veil and you put on your face the day of the wedding and you break out like this. Or lots of us look at costumes. Halloween's coming up. We look at costumes and we're looking at them China direct $8, $3, $5, $10. Seems cheap considering there can be $20, $30, $40 in the stores, right? But what if your kid put this on? What if your kid put this on? The girl went into anaphylactic shock. The girl, literally, my client was in anaphylactic shock last night getting steroids, getting medications, and she just came home a few hours ago. Over a $350 dress. Now, I went and I fished out this dress. That's why I'm wearing these gloves. I'm so upset because my poor client, I'm just thinking about this poor woman who just wanted to save a few bucks, you know? So here's the dress. I don't want to touch it too much because I don't want to break out again. Everyone is afraid of it. They're all like in the back watching me here. They don't want it to do anything with it. So I pulled it out of the trash can. It looks, at first sight, it looks like a nice dress, right? It smells really bad, and not trash smell. It smells, oh my God, I just touched my arm to it. It smells like formaldehyde, okay? Now it's typical. People use formaldehyde. They do use this overseas when they put them in the cargo ships in order to avoid any kind of infestations or bugs or anything you buy, anything that's made in China. That happens. They put that on there. The only thing is when it comes to our country, our American designers, they go through the packaging. They open everything up. They air everything out. They spray things with different kinds of chemicals to kill off the stuff that would make you sick. They press things out, they steam them, they hang them, they air dry them out. When you get it factory direct, when you get it straight from China, it is in that little box. So whatever you pop open, that's all over you. And that's exactly what happened yesterday. I don't know what it was on there. I'm gonna assume it's formaldehyde. I hope that's all it was. But in the end, I'm doing better, my client isn't. And her wedding is 2 weeks away. For the love of God, people, save your hard-earned dollars. Pay the extra money for a quality item. I'm not saying you have to buy from me. I'm not doing this. I know that I've been an advocate from day one about buying from businesses, storefronts, brick and mortar businesses. I'm not saying it has to be me. Go to a store, wherever you tried it on, wherever you touched it, where you service, that's where you should buy it. They give you guarantees, they stand by their product, and you won't have this issue happening. What you put on, you feel, you see, you touch, you smell, you know what's going on with your body. You see if you have a reaction. This would not happen to this client had she bought in a store. Simple as that. I've been doing this for 17 years. I have over 4,000 wedding gowns, 1,000 bridesmaids dresses, and 2,500 prom dresses. There's other dresses in the store too. Never once have I broken out in any kind of a rash like I did this time. Now, what stinks is the fact this is not a dress that I could have helped her with other than alterations. So now we're at risk as people who are trying to service clients that buy this cheap stuff online. Now we're at health risk because the same thing could happen to my seamstresses or to me or to your kid when you open up at home. So please be aware of what you're buying. Bridal beware, buyer beware. Seriously, do not buy China direct. There's no guarantees. And is it worth? She could have bought a $600 dress from me. That's what she fell in love with. She bought a $350 dress that she threw in the garbage 2 weeks before her wedding. And now she's got medical bills. And she went into anaphylactic shock, which is dangerous. Aside of everything else, she could have died over a dress. I'm just having a hard time with this. So yeah, so this may look like a wedding gown that you think looks great, but it looks nothing like the dress that she saw in my store. It doesn't fit her at all. And she ended up throwing it in the trash. I'm gonna go get rid of this. I don't want this in my store. I'm afraid something's gonna happen that I don't know what will spread because it smells worse today than it did yesterday. So if I can in any way save a life at this point by you not buying online, by informing you of what could happen, I hope that happens. I hope to God that you guys see this and that you consider not just the fact that you're hurting other businesses that you've helped, that have helped you, that have shown you the product, and now you went online and bought it someplace else, but you save your hard-earned dollars, that you don't spend it on stuff that is not worth it in the end. Both quality, design, structure, if you put all that aside, your health at this point is at risk. I can't believe this happened. So I hope you guys could take something from this. Oh, and if you haven't seen the pictures of my rash breakout, I'll post them below. If you have stories of things that you've purchased online that were like not to par, not good quality, post them below, post pictures. I want clients to see this. Not just, it doesn't have to be dresses. It could be anything that you bought, a plastic toy. This is all stuff that will affect you and your family in the end. I don't want clients to keep getting hurt both financially and physically at this point. So please, if you have any stories you'd like to share, please post them below. I'm gonna YouTube this as well. I did it in a vertical so that you can see the actual dress itself. By the way, this dress is 3 feet too short on my client. She's 5'9". This dress was made for someone that's about 4 foot. I don't even, maybe 3 foot. I don't know what to say about it. So Just save your money. Don't spend on China Direct. You know, when you buy, one thing I do want to, I never even thought about this. When you buy from us in the stores, yes, all of our things are made in China, most of them. I have some European things too, but anything that's made in China, what ends up happening is that the designers, they get them in New York, they get them in California, they open up the boxes, they air things out, they steam things out, they check it. They make sure everything is according to American standards. They will not send you an inferior product. And if there's a problem with it, where there's a breakout of a rash, they're not going to send it to their clients. You would never end up with a product like this purchased in a store. So please, please be smart consumers. Client bridal beware and buyer beware, please. Save your money, spend on quality items, and shop with the people that helped you and serviced you. I hope that this stays with you. I hope there's something that I hope I could save somebody a heartache, money on emergency rooms. Just please buy from the store that serviced you. Have a great day. My next video will be more fun, I promise.